Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, April 13, 2022. The moon spends the day in your privacy sector, and taking a break from the usual can be in order. Still, the Sun and Jupiter head toward an alignment in your social sector, pointing to a generally rewarding time for pleasant contact with others. It can also be a time of a deeper connection with your personal faith in happiness plans and goals. Opportunities to improve your links with friends, groups, and networks are likely to emerge this year, and there can be events and feelings that get the ball rolling along these lines today. It's a great time to set new goals and resolutions that reflect these desires for connectedness that are awakening in you. Friendships begun at this time in your life can be extra special ones. Your spirits are high, your attitude is fresh, and your sense of community is strong. Transits bring warm, successful energy for friendships and family or home matters. You can feel especially inspired now, and you might gain the moral support of someone special. Mini getaway with your lover? Whether you're single or already in a romantic commitment, one thing's for sure, your vacation is long overdue. This is especially true when considering the moon's shift into overzealous Leo and your sleepy 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. And with the moon in Leo ruler, Mars, sitting alongside your celestial ruler, Venus via your expansive 9th house of adventure, it's the perfect excuse to take off somewhere with your lover and clear your head. On another note, for those of you connecting with someone who's at a distance from you, it's okay to keep things secret for now. What can you do to adopt a more serious, if unique, approach to your career path and professional legacy? As of today, Mercury conjunct Saturn in fixed Aquarius, drawing your mental awareness towards your professional journey. Although somewhat tense since your sign squares this conjunction, it can be perfect for finding a creative resolution to go after what you want, but with certain allowances. Both Mercury and Saturn are busy structuring your career path with authenticity. But you may be resisting a more unconventional journey or endeavor that could be worthwhile. Have an open mind about your professional possibilities. In the lead up to Venus and Mars' return to your career sector tomorrow, there is not only a sense of professional but financial anticipation as well. As the planet of money, Venus' return tomorrow was always going to see her steer things in a lucrative direction, and with the moon returning to your income sector early next week, it won't take her long to do just that. A massive power struggle between roommates could be back in full force. Think of yourself as a peacekeeping force and do what needs doing. You may finally have that revelation that has been eluding you. Your intentions and actions come together with the vocalization of your ideas. If your desire to help others is strong but you need help expressing that, consult someone you respect. Through the articulation of your thoughts, you will bring them closer to a reality that can be shared with others. It often helps to take a long walk in order to get your courage up. If there's a pile of work waiting for you to tackle, have no fear. This is the day, and there is no better vibration than this to get you focused and on task. This can see you get caught up or work ahead of schedule, depending on where you're at. You may also find that you are more productive working on your own with this vibration happening. Use this to do the things you need to that are outside of any partnerships you're involved in. As the Sun moves into his final 7 days in Aries, he is now just a week away from his return to Taurus and the start of your birthday month and new solar year. Mercury's return 2 days ago is giving you a head start and a chance to start exploring your options ahead of time. It is the moon's return to a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart today, and its friendly aspect to Mercury that can also put heart and mind on the same page. Yet as you start looking to the future, the final days of this old solar year are also a chance to look to the past. Right in the middle of the working week, the moon not only returns to your romantic sector today but coming full circle from last month's full moon, these romantically charged lunar vibes have a lot more potency. There is even a sense of rebellion against what is likely to be a busy week, with the spirit of romance refusing to be ignored. Our eyes in the sky. The moon takes its first steps in fiery Leo this morning, marking the beginning of a new lunar cycle. You should be feeling emotionally refreshed and ready to take on the world. The energy here is great for starting new projects, so if you've been putting aside certain tasks, now would be the time to pick them up and execute your plans. This energy likes to move, so you'll likely get a boost to your endurance as well. Your desire for adventure is highlighted now, which could lead to an impulsive excursion away from home. Humor your whims today, fleeting as they may be, and don't be afraid to step out of your normal routine. This afternoon, the moon cozies up to healing asteroid Chiron, and this aspect could go one of two ways. You could do a really great job of putting someone else's needs ahead of your own, which could in turn leave you with the short end of the stick. Or you could finally give yourself permission to be a little bit selfish. This is the time to think about what you want and then act on it. It might feel unnatural to be so self-serving, but we all need to take time out for ourselves now and again. Just remember to be gentle with others when you're letting them know it's all about you right now. While your attention will be drawn in many directions today, the most urgent is Venus and Mars' last full day in your career sector. While Venus has been here for the last 4 months, Mars for the last 6 weeks, and they have been aligned for nearly 3 weeks, from tomorrow the push to get this professional year up to speed will end and it will become more about the journey. In all your personal and professional goals and ambitions, today is about not just focusing on what excites you but daring to believe in what's possible. Having the moon in Leo as Venus and Mars spend their last full day in a competitively charged part of your chart and prepare to move to a more social and serendipitous part tomorrow is a huge advantage. The planets of love and passion are as tightly aligned now as they have been, and thanks to the moon you are emotionally engaged. It is an especially quiet day astrologically, as the Leo moon makes no aspects until it links up with wounded healer asteroid Chiron after noon. This transit stimulates insecurities, forcing us to become our own emotional support system. In the past, especially in our formative years, a fear of rejection caused us to shy away from expressing some facet of our identity. Perhaps we were deemed too loud, too opinionated, or accused of taking up too much space. We might have had interests or ambitions that clashed with familial expectations or ostracized us from our peers. As children, we internalized these complaints and associated them with a lack of safety. The message: if we are our authentic selves, others will abandon us. At this juncture, events occur which provoke familiar anxieties. The moon and Chiron are currently the only planets transiting a fire sign, and burning feelings of anger and resentment could flare up seemingly out of nowhere, directed at those who unknowingly poke old wounds. Although our frustrations are valid, perpetuating harm is no way to reconcile our past. In fact, through these confrontations, we become more practiced at supporting and healing the inner child who craves validation. Be your own best cheerleader now.